face color. Off-white look like I hit the same, homie. Me and Tar smoking back to back, we done pain brodies. T.O. finna come home, so you know we finna make it rain on them. Shit ain't no gang, homie. Gang blow his brain from my ass for top. Now she giving brain from me. Kicked her out the whip, she brought the train, homie. I'm insane, smoking backwards to try to ease this pain. I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
What's going on, y'all? We back at it.
Let's go.
Like a crack at it. Y'all know the slogan, man. It's Smalls and Money. It's King Cash here. We here with a good guest. Y'all know where we at. It's UCC. We gonna be here for a minute, man. We just finished with the good mimosas and Malls and Money brunch live. Got my man, a good guest right to my left of me, Jabbar. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
What's going on? My man is an entrepreneur. My man is an AI tech, and he got some good services for us to hear about, see about, and we're gonna actually learn about. You heard right here, right now. We're gonna learn about AI, artificial intelligence. For those that don't know what AI is, for those that are curious, for those that want to tap in, for those that are already using AI, this right here is the episode for you. So we're gonna get into it right now. My man Jabbar, please introduce yourself to Malls and Money fam. This is my brother from UCC. You know, it's good. We meet a lot of great people here. I've been meeting a lot of great people here at UCC, bro. If you want to tap in, please click the link, click the membership. You heard? Malls and Money.
My name is Jabbar. I'm a graphic designer, but I work with artificial intelligence, and you know, I've been working with it for a few years now, and I've gotten to the point where I've become something like a conversational alchemist, where I can create product based upon conversation, right?
Please expand on that, bro.
So you come to me, we have a conversation, and based upon that, there's various things that you can do. I can use the information to create graphics for you for maybe like private labeling or total product creation, right? Like we take what we talked about and create a book out of it, right? Which is creation. I've created jewelry designs based upon conversations that I have with people. So it's either product creation, or maybe you see a product that you like, but you want to put your own stamp on it. So we can create the graphics and everything that you need to be able to do that with just your words. Like nowadays, it's about creating with your words. We only limited by our imagination.
Right.
So it's no more like, hey, you know, I don't really could draw, so I can't create that. If you know how to read and you know how to write, you can create pretty much anything that you want.
So it's basically like you basically telling somebody how we talk about manifestation.
Right.
Right? Like speaking into the world and it can happen for you.
Absolutely.
Like put your best foot forward and make it happen.
Absolutely.
But what you're saying is tell somebody an idea. Basically, you can go from having your intellectual property, which people don't really be knowing that you can sue for, right? Your intellectual property, what you thinking in your mind, your creativity. And then you can basically manifest that into a whole book or into a whole jewelry line.
Yeah, a jewelry line.
A whole.
You know.
No lie, with the AI technology that we even came about, like even my partner, you already know, our production company, you feel me, Malls and Money is just more than a podcast, my brother. We have the same, we want the same type of services. So we coming up with the whole thing. Like people that want to make visualizers, you do music, you could tap in with us, you feel me? So there's different things. Copper Color King, you know, he's doing a lot of different things, my brother. So
yeah, like right now my specialty is books, right? But at the same time, I'm trying to reach beyond just books. I'm trying to take AI to a level where, you know, a person can create their own toy line, right? So it's like you can create images based upon thought, you know, of an action figure that you're thinking about or something like that. And I'm trying to make it to where we can start getting those types of products created, like total product creation, just based upon a conversation. But right now, my specialty is books.
That's fire. That's fire. So how many books have you created so far?
I got about 6 on Amazon right now.
Check them out. Check them out. What's the names of them, bro?
African Kings. I got an African Kings coloring book. One of them is called Butterfly Beauties. I have a couple other workbooks that I put out there. but I'm working. Those are my first beginning books, kind of just like practice.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm working on actual written books, and that's what I'm doing with Day Ali right now. Is creating my first actual written book.
Yes,
right?
yes, and
So
that's fire. That right there.
It's called Currency Curriculum. It'll be out next month. So that'll be my first written book based upon the conversation. Like I met Dave maybe 3 weeks ago.
Right, and
based upon that conversation, the information he told me, I went home and constructed a whole book.
A whole book. I just seen it for myself, bro. 10 chapters.
10
that
chapters.
Shit is really like impactful right there.
That's going to be the first of many different projects that we're going to be working on moving forward in the future. And I look forward to doing events, doing different event planning based upon the books. And, when people come to our services to be able to use our services, we're all a chamber. So it's not just about me creating books. It's like, but by us working as a team, you have an opportunity to pretty much lay down your idea and we create the product, and you can also promote the product. So you have right here at the UCC. So you have distribution, you have creation, and you have distribution means right here. You really can do everything.
Distribution, promotion.
We on a
place to have it.
Like, we on a podcast right now.
Exactly.
So you can go from just a thought to, now you having your own event, and you on the podcast promoting what it is that you do.
Exactly.
And I mean, it can happen relatively fast. I've only known Dave for a month, and we're planning our first event together next month. And I'm already on the podcast today. So I'm already.
And we just met just a few weeks ago on the live through Dave. So this is what we are talking about right here. Like cultivating, building relationships to where you can prosper with somebody else.
And tap
into somebody else's cup. You understand what I'm saying? He helping me, I'm helping him.
Currency is about the people. People are currency. People are currency. If you got money in the bank and it's just sitting there, it's worthless unless somebody takes it out of the bank and spends it out of store. So it's like putting us together is very important. I mean, tap in.
These conversations make me hype, bro.
Tap into our call-in line. We do Zoom classes every Sunday. Dave's doing his class now. After he's done with his, I'm gonna do an AI class every Sunday, and tap into those classes because that's how I met you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I came to be at the podcast. So we met over the Zoom class, linked up based upon what we was talking about, and now we're physically here creating even more ideas. So
like you said,
definitely tap in.
You are your own currency, right? We may, like you said, the idea that you may have, you may think like this is too far-fetched for me to do, but it's actually not. Everything that you touch was an idea that was produced and made and came to fruition. So that's just how we have to think about ourselves. Like me even creating my podcast, it was an idea, and I'm like, okay, when am I going to actually get up and do it, right? When am I going to take the initiative? When other than people telling me to do it, I need to have the belief in myself to do it, right? So then when you get with like-minded people, that's when you see like, all right, it gives you the brightness to see that other people want to keep doing things for themselves. So I need to do my things. I need to do the same thing for myself. Right?
You see results instantly. Like when you work with a team, like there's so many different things that I've tried, so many things that I've done by myself. But when you're working with a team, you could that's the only way to get that engine to put that engine in and really get that car moving is a team of people. Like if you work with the right team, you can really get things moving fast.
You can do things by yourself, and if you on that laser focus, that's more power to you. But just know, one hand can't move faster than the other sometimes. You feel me? And then you can't do everything yourself because you ain't got 8 arms. You feel me? You can't stretch yourself multiple places. Right? You're gonna burn yourself out. You don't have the power of telepathy to be reading everybody's mind or be in multiple places at one time and shit. So you ain't a Superman type shit. We all would want to be, but
this is definitely a time of idea creation. Like any ideas you used to think about back in the days, maybe, buried ideas or anything like that. These days and times, it's really about your ideas. Your ideas is money.
And the fact that you are creating books, and they always said the first stigma for us melanated beings, us melanated men, us black kings, is to put something in a book and they ain't gonna read it, right?
Right.
So the fact that the most important thing that you focusing on is children's books or coloring books or just a full blown whole textbook. Is like, all right, knowledge is key, knowledge is power. This is what we need to get back to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if he's creating audio books as well. So even if you don't want to sit down and read, you could sit down and listen.
Absolutely.
Open up your ears and listen.
Information is key.
All right.
One of the most interesting things that I'm doing right now, I think, is taking normal people that would be considered normal. Maybe they don't have, a hit album or a book out or something like that, but they have a story to tell.
Imagine yourself saying that, bro. He can say he's an author.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Imagine yourself saying I'm an author.
Exactly.
Right. I have a book out.
Right. Exactly. So what I'm trying to do is give that power to the people and understand that if you have a story, you are an author, and you can create that story to structure it in a way that can be purchased for the people.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can make money based upon, if you have a story to tell, you can make money off of that story.
Right.
Other people have been through the same thing that you've been through.
You are their inspiration.
And you can be their inspiration.
For real. Their inspiration, their motivation, they role model. Like
exactly.
Like anything, you could become that and you wouldn't even know that. You wouldn't even know this person. You just know that somehow, some way you touch their shoulder or touch their heart and made an impact on their life. I mean,
they just made AI available to the people, but you got to understand that they probably been using that technology for years before they made it available to the public.
Right.
They're not going to give us something that they haven't used themselves. So it's like now we have to use that technology to help ourselves, to help right here in Harlem, our people right here in New York, right, to be able to tell our stories. I mean, New York is filled with stories.
No lie, I ain't gonna lie.
Filled with knowledge.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. When I first heard of artificial intelligence and seen like the iHome at first and just everything that was going on with our technology, and I'm like, nah, bro, I could see what's going on, bro. We're gonna have flying cars soon. They're gonna come out with the robots, bro. We're gonna be literally we're gonna be on iRobot the movie. You feel me? Like I was the type of person that is skeptical about technology shit like that, because it's like I'm skeptical about people.
Right.
You feel me? So if you feel me, I can't trust you as an individual. What makes you think I'm gonna trust a fucking robot?
That's true.
What makes you think I'm gonna trust something that don't even have a heartbeat?
Nah, that's true. And I totally understand people fear behind it. And you should be a little fearful, because almost nothing that we see is really gonna be real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm happy. What is real nowadays?
I'm happy to be up on it, because now I can look at a picture and say, okay, that's AI, right?
How can you decipher?
Sometimes there's always a flaw in it. Maybe a person might have 6 fingers, right? So they're not really good with fingers, right? Sometimes if you look at the background, AI isn't good with words, right? So if you look at the background, sometimes the words will be off or something like that. But this is the beginning. They're getting very, very good to where it's going to be very undetectable. So that's kind of scary. On the flip side of that, I've seen robots where they got them flipping burgers. They got a McDonald's right now. In California where they have nobody, right? It's just there.
No workers. They started that shit already?
Yes, they started. They already on it. They have places in California.
Just no waitress jobs. You're done.
Right. No waitress jobs. No, the cashier. All of that stuff done.
Cashier done. He just said burger flipper done.
Right. The burger, exactly.
And mind you, McDonald's in New York, I don't know about Cali. They probably did in Cali go up to like $15, $16.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you was making a little decent money at McDonald's. So imagine, niggas was happy to be here now, right?
Imagine they raising the wage. You finally getting, your just due for the work that you do, and they're cutting the job because they got a robot that can do it now.
You're done.
You know what I'm saying? These are the types of things it's going to be doing. So if we don't use this technology to help build our own businesses, we're going to be left behind being a worker. America is a business.
Shit, you're going to be left behind being homeless. You ain't got what job you going to have?
Exactly. You're not going to have no job. And I mean, quite frankly, if you take somebody with a college degree, right, that knows how to use AI, you in trouble. If you even got a college degree and you don't use AI, right? Okay, you might be able to get in the door. if you don't have a college degree, period, I mean, it makes it a lot harder. And this is why I love the UCC, because I applied for a lot of different jobs. The stuff that I can do company wise, companies pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to do what I know how to do. But because I don't have the degree, it's hard for me to get into the door.
Right.
And that's why I love the UCC, because they're giving entrepreneurs that may not have the educational background opportunity to really express themselves. And that's important.
Yeah,
that's
man.
important that we give each other a chance, and stop dividing each other, being divided by a piece of paper.
That's a fact.
But I mean,
a piece of paper just means you know how to sit in somebody's classroom and listen.
Right. But like in the Black community, you know what I mean? I asked everybody if, they heard of ChatGPT or AI, and a lot of us aren't on it, right?
No, we're not.
And what's happening...
Like I said, I was skeptical about it, so I know a bunch of people skeptical about it. But then, like we always say, what plagues the Black community? What plagues our melanated community?
Education.
The negativity,
yeah.
Right? The negativity is what we talk about all day. We talking about the Drake and Kendrick beef. We talking about, you feel me? Who's better than who? We talking about men versus women. You feel me? We talking about relationship. And that's people ain't talking about the things that we need to be talking about, which is the stuff that's gonna propel us, which is technology right now.
That's the thing. I worked with another professor in Brooklyn, and I actually taught a class out there in a high school out there.
Word?
And
what high school?
I'm not sure. It's over a Zoom class. Right?
Okay.
I had met her through the church, Grace Baptist Church in Mount Vernon. And she just kind of had me in front of her students. I'm not exactly sure the name of the
That's
school.
fire though.
But she knew a lot about artificial intelligence, and the way that she was explaining it, she worked in other schools. So she worked in white schools and Black schools. And she was saying that the white kids is already up on it. They already using artificial intelligence. And honestly, you take a white middle school child that's gonna get their education, and they know artificial intelligence, they're gonna be unstoppable. Like, there's nothing.
Bro, we think about hackers right now.
You could forget about it. Like, if you coming in there with your regular education thinking that you're gonna be somebody that is educated and knows how to use artificial intelligence, like, artificial intelligence to me, like, that movie The Terminator is very real when it comes to what's going on.
Bro, The Terminator, our robot,
right?
What's the other shit?
Matrix.
The Matrix. Of course, we already in the Matrix. Y'all already know. Y'all bots. We in the Matrix. Y'all don't want to let go. Y'all don't want to unplug. Y'all don't want to turn your phone off.
Absolutely.
So we already in the Matrix.
The only
whatever they've been telling us for years.
Exactly. In the Terminator, the only thing that could be the Terminator was another Terminator. You know what I mean? So if you got, a young kid right now that's educated and knows how to use artificial intelligence, the only person that's going to be able to beat them at the job market is another person that knows how to use artificial intelligence as well.
Right.
Maybe. But the beauty of it is that when you learn AI, if you learn how to use it, you can create a beautiful picture too, and so can I. Right? But it comes more down to the idea. Like, let's not get into the technical, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get past the technical part. It's going to be to the point where our ideas is going to be what the people are going to really be buying into, right? But it's good because it eliminates stuff. It's like, it's no longer, I have the skill of drawing and you don't. So, I'm not really an artist like that.
Right.
No. But you may have great ideas, right?
So it kind of put everybody on the same playing field.
It puts everybody on the same playing field, which is a good thing because now it just goes down to your heart, right? Like, I noticed people have different reactions to artificial intelligence. Like, a friend of mine was like, can you use it to hack computers? And I'm like, I don't know
if
you could do that, but he wanted to create a virus, but it's like that's his idea of what he would do with the bot, right? So with everybody, I'm an artist, so I'm thinking, creative ways.
Right.
Somebody else might just I might use it for
emails. That's why I'm saying I can't trust a person, so I can imagine if you know how to use technology, are you going to use it for good? Are you going to use it for evil?
Bad? Exactly.
And that's the thing right there about morals and money, man. What you going to use your morals for on your money?
Exactly. And that's why I'm happy to be on this podcast. I was definitely inspired. I couldn't wait to come meet you just because you wanted to do positive things for the community. And I think especially with this technology, using it to combine with people that's doing positivity and doing good things for the people is super necessary because is gonna get into evil hands,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna be able to. They've got the same power to overflood the market.
Right.
So we need to use our same power to keep giving positivity to the people in a way that's actually effective
Mm-hmm.
and can change the mind. Because really, it all starts here.
That's a fact. It all starts about how you think about life. It all starts about how you think about yourself, how you think about your family. You feel me? How you think about your environment and your community. For real, I can feel how I done changed throughout my life, or about how I think and about how I feel about people and about my community. Because one, I used to be like, I don't give a fuck about you, and I don't give a fuck about what's going on around if it's not affecting me and my family.
Right.
But when you get to the root of certain shit, it affects everybody the same kind of way.
Absolutely.
It's just about, is you thinking about it like that? Are you really thinking about it in this type of manner that it does affect you and your family?
Yeah, empathy.
You feel me? Because it's empathy, but not even that. It's just like, okay. It's like for instance, when a person does get some money or does get to a certain place and they move their family out the hood.
Mm-hmm.
You want to move your family out the hood, not out the hood, but out this environment of poverty, because you want them to have a better life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just speaking on the white schools. Or predominantly white schools, PWIs, right? Predominantly white schools, predominantly white institutions such as college, or HBCUs, or black schools, or public schools, or charter schools, right? See, everybody has a perspective on life. Like even when I speak to parents, I want to put my child in a charter school rather than a public school. Why? Oh, they're gonna get a better education. That's not necessarily true, right? So the fact that you said the white kids are up on it and our schools may not, we're always continuously at a disadvantage. Why? Because they look at life in a completely different perspective. Right. They see where life may be going on a trajectory. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna tell my kids to do this, or I want these type of programs in this school. All of the parents go to meetings, make these kids learn this. Yeah. Are all of the parents coming to meetings here? No. So now we want to take our kids and put them over there, right? But still, the teachers aren't providing our kids with the same type of love, care, and education that they are doing with them all the time.
Absolutely.
So still disadvantage, right? Disadvantage of self-love, disadvantage of self-worth, disadvantage of self-knowledge.
Absolutely.
So it's like, again, we got to restructure how we think about each and every decision we making, because just because you say, oh, I'm going to put my child in a charter school, doesn't mean that they're going to learn exactly what you want them to learn. Or doesn't mean that the teacher is even better than a teacher in a public school. They don't get a degree in a charter school. They don't have to go. They could be a regular person like you and me. But do they know the knowledge as well? Or do they just know?
I mean, for me, for sure, especially as a tool for parents, I mean, I think artificial intelligence is great because you can really build, you can make your child's own curriculum, right? Like I have a 10-year-old daughter, and we was talking today about the beginning. You know, I asked her what she was into in school, and she was telling me that she was talking about obtuse angles and right angles in the beginning of geometry.
Okay, right.
So she's
retaining that information.
Yeah, she's already she's in 4th grade right now, right?
Okay, that's good that they learning algebra already.
Yeah, she's up on it, and I'm a big believer in early learning, right? So now I could go on ChatGPT, which I'm going to do later, and look up, 4th grade geometry, right?
Which is now probably more advanced than what we was learning.
Right. They're going to give me so much information to where now I can help her with her homework, as opposed to parents like, hey, wait until you go to the teacher and stuff like that.
Because we don't even know what they teaching now, because we learned PEMDAS.
Right.
We learned something else.
Yeah.
We learned a completely different method.
Yeah.
So now they're teaching a completely different method. Absolutely. And parents is looking like, oh, wait, I don't know how to complete that problem. I mean, now you're looking at your parent like they stupid.
Right.
And it's not that they stupid. You just learned something. Like, you just learned it a different way.
Like I'm trying to teach people how to use artificial intelligence. Like
I wish we could show y'all the book cover right now.
Yeah. business purposes, but also I'm gonna be writing a lot of books. I'm gonna be writing a lot of books. I have a plan to create quite a few books, right? But
If you want to tap in, please, his bio, his
definitely,
link will be in the description.
I'll be doing.
Please tap in.
Absolutely, thank you, and yeah, I'll be doing classes on artificial intelligence soon on different aspects. But one of them, I'm doing a class on artificial intelligence for business and artificial intelligence for personal use, right? So like yesterday, I was chilling in the woods, right? You know what I'm saying? Nice little quiet area, you know what I'm saying? For all the, y'all don't know, I partake in Chiba, right? So I'm smoking, just chilling out, right? And I see this green stuff on the bench, right? So I see this, right? And I'm like, what is that? You always see it, but it's like, what is it, right? So I put it into artificial intelligence, right? So
straight the picture?
I put the picture in there, right? This is the type of stuff that you can do.
You took a picture and put it in the ChatGPT?
Right. I took the picture, I put it in the ChatGPT, right? I said, what is that green stuff on the bench, right? It gave me a good description. So the green stuff you see on the bench is a type of lichen, which is composite organism
that arises from algae
and whatever that is.
Canarobacteria living among flamingos and multiple fungi species in a symbiotic
relationship. Lichens are very common on wood, rocks, and other surfaces where conditions are right for their slow growth, such as damp and shaded environments. They're pretty interesting because they don't harm the surface they grow on, but they indicate clean air since they don't thrive in polluted environments, right?
Just off a picture that she gave you that.
Just off of a picture, so I understand that the area that I was in, I'm breathing in fresh air, right? So that's something that I didn't know before.
Word.
Something that I would have never known if I wouldn't have been able to take that picture. But since I know that the bot can do that, it's in my mind to do it, so it can actually it's constant education.
Word.
You can see a car, you go.
ChatGPT could write you a whole resume. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
It could write you a resume. You can, you go car shopping and you look at this car and you like, I like this car. Maybe it's an old car. And you like, I really don't know nothing about it. You can take a picture of it and have ChatGPT break everything that you need down for that specific car.
Word? Like the parts and shit?
The parts, everything. How much you could take a picture of an old car and be like, how much do the parts cost for this car? And it will give you a breakdown.
I didn't know you could do all that. I thought you had to literally type the shit like all the time, like literally always typing the shit.
Nope, you could take a picture. You could, very simple. The less, it wants you to think as less as possible.
But it also wants you to make it as precise so it can make it like
that's true.
As concrete.
That's true. But when you're dealing with pictures, right? You could just say, what is that? And it's going to tell you.
So what other apps other than ChatGPT is like AI do you use, like or is possible? I mean, like good for people to use or learn?
So far, I mean, as far as like learning apps, you have a lot of. ChatGPT is like the mother of so many other apps, like the app you showed me earlier, right? Chatbot, right?
Yeah, that's a different one right there.
It's powered by ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of people, they're creating their own GPTs. Like I figured out how to take ChatGPT and create, like let's say you can have a podcast GPT. You put in your information, and people that's interested in podcasting will use this AI bot for the things that they want to do. So you can actually create your own, right?
Wow.
So that's something that
that's something you put me on right
I'm
now.
starting to get into. So what
see, we're gonna be cultivating a lot.
We're
gonna be cultivating a lot, man.
So what people are doing is that they're creating different apps, but it's still powered by ChatGPT, right? So I mean, I use other bots like Midjourney. I do that for images. Kyber AI is something that I use to create to take my video footage and turn it into kind of like AI footage.
Okay.
Right? What else?
So what's the the AI system that people was using like for making the songs, like the AI fake song of Kendrick or the AI fake song of Drake?
Yeah. I'm actually working on the audio side of that right now so that I can create the audio books. So I was just researching one. I forgot. I've run across so many of them. I'll be forgetting the names, but I know like where to go get them. But
Telling you, man, that's crazy,
yeah,
man. Technology is, we in 2024, bro.
So basically today,
Just
like,
imagine when we're gonna be at 2030.
Let's say you want to create an audio book. You can talk.
Definitely want to do that.
You can read maybe 30 minutes of The Cat in the Hat. Very simple book. It has nothing to do with how intricate your book is, but just something simple. And what AI does is take your voice pattern, how you talk, and it bottles it up. And then when you get your words in ChatGPT, you take your voice pattern and you apply it to those words, and it says those words as if you would say them. Right? So it's like it's not taking your words and then putting it on there. It's just shifting your voice to speak like you based upon catching your voice pattern, not your voice in general. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's something interesting.
Like you don't have to be reading the shit.
Right.
Is you just say whatever and it's gonna take your voice
and then
add it to that shit.
Absolutely. Yeah. And add it to the words. And
that's crazy. That's why I be skeptical about the AI shit. Because that shit is crazy.
Exactly. So I could come out with an album right now. I don't rap, right? But I can talk, right? And write me some rap lyrics with ChatGPT and make me a whole album.
And that shit'll sound fire because ChatGPT will make
I'm gonna tell it,
a whole shit sound fire
I'm
too.
I'm gonna tell it to rap like DMX, and I could create lyrics, right? I can say, Mary had a little lamb. Write me. Mary had a little lamb as if DMX said it, and that's what it would do. Right? I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, do that shit. That shit is different, y'all. For real. The people that aren't up on AI yet, bro, y'all need to check it out for real.
Right, man.
You will do a lot. You I ain't gonna say too much, but you will get away with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I be using ChatGPT. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I be using it for. Fuck out of here. I ain't even gonna tell y'all niggas. I be using that shit though. We up on the AI shit sometimes. So I had to really ease my way into the AI shit. I'm still working with it though.
I told her to write me Mary had a little lamb like DMX said it, right? And now it's giving
really gave, bro, and that should do it dumb quick in seconds, bro.
Here's a DMX style version of Mary had a little lamb.
Nigga said, yo, Mary had a little lamb. Yo, the fleece was black as night. Not the
Everywhere that Mary went, that lamb was right by her side. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. Made the kids scream and play. They ain't seen no lamb in school.
Oh,
what? Yeah. Mary and her lamb. They roll tight. Skipping down the block under the street.
I'm telling y'all, yo, this shit is jokes, bro. This shit is jokes, y'all.
So boom, you know what I mean? To the rhythm of the street beat. Lamb keeping the pace. Mary got a little lamb. They win in the race. X gonna give it to you with the tail that's old. With a twist of the streets and the lamb so bold. This lamb don't just follow, it leads the way. Mary and her lamb, yo, they slay all day. You know what I'm saying?
They use Lego from right now though. That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like
nah, that shit is hilarious.
So
I remember one time. I remember when I first seen ChatGPT. One of my friends put me on. He was like, bro, that shit. I was like, I done wrote a poem before. He's like, what? I should write a whole poem for you about oranges.
This is what I'm saying. Yo, the poem thing is
and that shit made it sound fire.
Yeah, the poem thing is bananas. So I'm into poetry. You know what I'm saying, before all this stuff, right? So, you know, I'll be a sweetheart to my girls. I'll be wanting to write a poem. So I'm like, I got ChatGPT with that. And I'll say, yo, give me a poem about my girl eyes and how beautiful they are.
Bro,
boom. Word to mother, yo, write me a poem for when my girl wake up. I want to tell her eyes is beautiful. Boom. That's it. And then you see what I'm saying? OD. Boom. So boom. Now look, check it out. So I started doing my research, right? And I'm like, yo, give me a successful poem book, right? Like, you know what I mean? Because if you can write poems that fast, you can create a whole book, right? So I'm thinking, you know what I mean? So they go to some joint called Milk and Honey. So I was talking to my girl about ChatGPT or whatever, And I was like, yeah, they were saying some type of book, Milk and Honey or whatever. She said, I got that book in the closet. I said, you got the book? So I go get the book, right? I'm like, oh, this is crazy, right? Written, I think in like 2016.
Yeah.
Sold millions of copies, right? In the last few years. And I'm looking at these poems and I'm just like, wow, this is crazy, right? You can create a book, you can create a whole poem book in a day with ChatGPT, right? The potential though, millions of copies of a book, if you was making $3 a book, that's $3 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just know that if you already know what he said, man. This is his skill right here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We tapping in together. You already know we already been talking online, so just know if I say I'm an author, tap the link and buy the book. You heard?
That's right. Tap the link.
Tap the link and buy the book.
We working on it, man. We're working on so many.
There's a lot of things going on, bro. Just how we said, like manifestation. Anything you want positive to happen in your life, your idea can manifest with AI. That's tough.
AI basically.
What got you into AI though? I don't even know the year that artificial intelligence really hit.
I would say, I got it
after 2020, right?
Yeah, it was after 2020. I would say about 2022. Yeah, 2022. I started working with it. It was a solution to a problem, right? I was living down south. I moved to New York, and I'm like, yo, how can I afford to live here? You know what I'm saying? It's wild expensive. I'm from New York, but I've been traveling back and forth. So I'm like, in case I wanted to stay here, how, you know what I'm saying? How can I make that happen? I need a second hustle. You know what I mean? So I'm an exterminator during the day, right? So it's a cool job. And I'm just like, yo, so I'm like, there gotta be something I could do on my phone as a hustle. I don't want to go to another job after work. Right. So I look and I see this lady, she's like, create coloring books without knowing how to draw. You know what I mean? So I know how to draw, but it's like, what? You know what I'm saying? How could you do that? Right. Let me investigate this thing. Mm-hmm. And that she taught Midjourney, how to create images with Midjourney and turn those images into coloring books and do all that type of stuff. So I just followed the steps, and but it put me on to more and more about artificial intelligence, and I started to spread out and do my own research on a lot of other things. But when I did the coloring book, I put it, it's protocol. You create the book, you put it on Facebook and stuff like that, promote it. So that's all I did. I just created the book out of a project, you know what I'm saying? I had Mansa Musa on my mind, so that's why I created a.
How well did it do?
It did its numbers. It sold a couple hundred copies, right? Couple hundred copies, you know what I'm saying? And but that was just like practice for me, you know what I'm saying? Just to see. But I love that because I'm able to see when I put it out there, how the people reacted to it, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But I was just doing it as a project, and then people are hitting me up from the woodworks, like, yo, you doing your thing, you an author. I didn't think that I was an author. Right. I just was doing a project, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hold on, this is a little bit deeper. Like, I am an author. You know what I mean? And I start thinking, I'm like, how does authors live? You know what I'm saying? So now I realize, like, I'm like a futuristic author, right? So I'm like the introduction to Dave's book. I don't know if you started looking at it, but I got like the Polo Grounds, you know what I'm saying, where he grew up at. And this is just based upon a conversation. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna live in the future, right? I gotta travel from the Bronx to Harlem. So I get on the 2 train. So I wrote that introduction on the train, on the way down here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm writing the introduction and using artificial intelligence to create a lot of stuff on the go. A lot of that stuff to cover everything, I created that on my phone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So now I'm trying to create a means of not work from home, but work from my phone. Yes, you know what I mean? Definitely. And so I mean, one thing that I'm into is I'm learning how to become a digital nomad. Right? Mm-hmm. Someone that can live overseas and extract American dollars. Mm-hmm. This is a whole nother subject, right? You know what I mean? Can extract American dollars to live good someplace else.
Right.
But the only way to do that, because they don't make nothing over there, you know what I mean? Is to extract American dollars is worth more than over there.
Yeah.
But you need a means,
Depending on where you at.
right? You need a means of getting
Yeah.
money online, right? So
You ever put yourself on Fiverr?
yeah, absolutely. Fiverr, yep.
Check them out.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. I'm on Fiverr. I like Fiverr. A lot of different you know what I'm saying, companies. I actually use those to outsource.
King is also on Fiverr too. Check them out. If you
Mhm.
need some edits, if you need some a logo made or something, Copper Color King is on Fiverr also.
Absolutely.
Give them your Fiverr link.
Actually, I don't even know my Fiverr. I barely use it because I'm kind of just in house with the UCC right now. So, yeah, but I know about all those different like avenues and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? It's a good thing to get into if you look into be able to basically work online, create your own income, create your own means. You know, every book that I create is another lane of income. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as how much you can create, it's actually unbelievable. I encourage anybody to get out there and do your research, learn for yourself, and do for yourself. And you'll learn.
That's what we talk about, man. You know, that's what we preach over here, man. More for money. Think about how you think about life. Like I said, your perspective, your principles, your ethics, your moral code. How is your moral compass moving, man? Does it move upside down? Does it move right to left? Is it up? You feel me? Like which way is the arrow is going? Because when it comes to money and the green dollar, is that most important to you, or is helping out and feeling gratification from helping out is that most important to you? Because I ain't gonna lie, that's something that makes me happy and brighten up my day. I ain't gonna lie, when I can really feel like I'm helping somebody else out.
That's the best part.
And they tell me, or I can just see on their face that I brighten up their mood. You feel me? That shit brighten my mood sometimes. So that's what we're doing here, man. At UCC, and that's what we're doing here at More the Money podcast. You understand what's going on? Copper Color Productions. We here to just, you feel me, shine a light on our neighborhood, shine a light on us melanated beings. You understand? You feel me? Important to each other cup.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'll be looking to do a lot more work.
Jabbar for coming on the show, and I appreciate him for talking about artificial intelligence. You know, putting us on to more of AI, things that I didn't even know you could do with AI. So, like I said, tap in with us. Link gonna be in the bio. Like that, we out. More money.
Peace.
All right. All right, baby.
That's fine.
Foreign car, seas, beige color. Off-white look like I hit the same, homie. Me and Tom smoking back to back. We done pain brodies. T.O. finna come home, so you know we finna make it rain on them. Shit ain't no gang, homie. Gang blows brain from my ass for top. Now she giving brain from me. Kicked her out the whip, she ride the train, homie. I'm insane. Smoking backwards.